This is the story of the super force of space explorers.
One and all, and welcome to Mornings of Mischief. I'm your host, Stone Loki. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. It's Thursday. We're at the end of the week. Yay. It is Thursday. Yeah, we made it past hump day. A lot of humping going on yesterday on May the 4th. That's how you say that, right? That's how you say that. A lot of humping going on May the 4th.
Yeah.
It was a Wednesday. It was a Wednesday.
Yeah. Lots of thrusting. It's fine. It's all right.
I see your Schwartz is as big as mine. Let's see how well you handle it.
I don't have one of those. But that's okay.
But we're not talking about.
That's my superpower.
We're not talking about lightsabers or stormtroopers or Star Wars. So we're actually going to talk about Marvel. We're going to talk about Marvel, which they're run by the Sith. So
I don't know. Darth Arlene is in. I don't know any other Sith peeps out there. I like to embrace my dark side a little bit more often than I probably should. And I don't know. I don't think we're claiming Disney.
And I'd like to welcome, of course, the Fez of Fezes, the Kitty of Kitties, Heiress of Chaos, 2 Mornings of Mischief this morning, and all of you. So, good morning, Gap Stargate, DJ Ronnie G, the Mad Doctor of Disaster and Destruction, Adega Outlaw, the British bomber Ryan Roger Ape. Good morning, Ryan. How are you doing? Keely Chow, Roll Tide, Keely, Roll Tide. How are you doing, brother? Larry. Good morning, Larry. Brandon Looney Tunes Fan 2000. Good morning. Shellback TJC. A giant badass is in my chat. Marvel is the MCU at this point.
You know,
Good morning, badass.
I was wondering why your chat was tipping sideways. It's
My
okay,
two
now
dark
we
side
know.
nuts. Good morning. Only I can make bad jokes about Pat Steven on Mornings of Mischief.
No,
Psychodorf 9.
How dare you
Good
interrupt the
morning.
women.
Good morning, Psychodorf 9. The lady, Arwen Avalon. Good morning, Arwen. How are you doing?
Kitty cam to kitty cam.
The wrenches, the wrenches of Ragnarok, Project Storytime, Mark the Infinitely Tired, and Chris Persia. Good morning, gentlemen. I hope you're doing well. Southern Viking. Good morning. Punk Waddle. Punk Waddle had his birthday party last night. I hope you had a great one, Punk Waddle. Hope you did great, brother, and had a great one. Pops, what is up, Pops? Me and Pops have been doing Halo reviews.
And can I just say, fuck that show? Thank you. All right, that's all I wanted to say. As a Halo fan, Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
When Moonfall can do Halo better, you have done something terribly wrong.
Mm-hmm. Olds Gamer 72 Cutlass. Good morning. Ooh, had a little bit of indigestion there. Louise Sparrow. Good morning, Louise. Only got half the person's name out before I was like, ugh. Hope all of you are doing well and having a great week so far. It's almost over. It's Thursday. Amazing how fast this week went by. And of course, Mexican Iron Man is there saying, War Eagle, caca, caca. Yeah, I can't do it the way he can.
Daryl
the Daryl leg. Good morning, Daryl. I hope you are doing well, brother. Good morning. It is good to see you guys. Okay, so we're going to talk Marvel. And we're going to talk kind of what Marvel's been up to lately.
I'm so mad.
WandaVision showed up, and I mean, I was really excited to see WandaVision.
So was everyone. We were so young and naive.
And the first 4 episodes I thought were great. I thought were great. There was a couple problems. There were a couple problems, but it really harkened back to those days of watching television, with the click and the click and the click, 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 kind of like what I do at the beginning of the show now,
click.
thumbing through channels, which is going to change here. We're gonna put some actual like sci-fi TV shows on.
Other stuff
besides cartoons. I love cartoons. I love watching cartoons. It's one of the things that I really like to do is I'll sit down and I'll watch like season 1 of Transformers. I'll watch Voltron. I've got the collections. I can't seem to get into He-Man, so I just never bought the box set. I watched the shit out of that when I was a kid, but it's like I don't know.
I've tried to watch it.
I don't know what the deal is. The OG He-Man. I probably need to give the 2000 one a shot because I don't remember ever watching that.
Well, I like watching older things and just because it was a whole different era. So you put on your modern day goggles, right? And you watch things through that, especially if you watch them as a kid. And there's a whole different other type of enjoyment that you get from them than when you were as a kid. I've rewatched a bit of the Justice League animated series. And it is there's stuff in it that makes me laugh that didn't make me laugh before. Now Ninja Turtles, Shellback brings up Ninja Turtles. That is something I can watch. And some people have a problem with that. I don't get it. They're like, oh, have you tried to go back and watch the 90s Ninja Turtles? And I'm like, yeah, Are you making fun of me?
I love the Ninja Turtles that I watched growing up. I love the 80s and the 90s Ninja Turtles. No, the movie's absolutely badass. I am so if you wondered what Ninja Turtle Loki would be, Loki was Raph. So Loki was entirely Raph back in the way, running around saying, damn!
Total dork. Yeah.
So, one of the neighbors down the street went to my parents' house. I believe I was 9 years old.
Oh my God. How many thousands of years ago was this?
My dad answered the door and she said, do you know your son's down the street cussing like a drunken sailor? And he was like, "Hey,
Oh, God.
Karen, that's kind
Yeah.
of funny because I was in the Navy he grew up in the Navy." So, yeah, the Ninja Turtle that was, cursing and angry, that was so me when I was.
He's cursing. It's like, yeah. How you were 9?
So yeah, I was around 9.
You're being an edgelord preteen. Yeah,
8 or 9. 8 or 9. Running around.
That's when,
Damn.
about when my brother and I found out about cursing. You know how we found out about the word fuck? We were in a gymnasium cleaning up our stuff to go home, and some asshole decided to write the word fuck because it was in a high school gymnasium, and we were very small, so of course someone's got to write the word fuck down there, to prove how edgy they were. And my brother decided to just go, hey, that's mean. Okay, don't put the truth on a banner. Scroll it down. My brother decided to say the word, be like, "What does fuck mean?" And he just like yells it and like
5 F-bombs, and people think I'm bad.
So
I try and watch my mouth over on Pops' show. I mean, try and keep it PG-13. It's his show, so I try and be respectful of his show.
As much as I do. Don't sit there on your fucking pedestal. What is this?
Mm-hmm. Anyway,
right.
So watching WandaVision was like, man, this is going to be so good. And everybody was into it. Everyone was looking for clues. Fat Steven was like a detective, y'all. Fat Steven was watching the show at like quarter speed. So Wanda was like, looking for clues in the video. And then they just kind of dropped the ball.
Yeah, they clearly ran out of time before the pandemic hit.
And Wanda becomes this like, okay, Wanda's done some messed up stuff.
Oh yeah, this was
and
like...
since we're getting into this, I want to share this article with you. I know what y'all are gonna say as soon as you see it. You're gonna be like tits, and more tits.
That's not what I was expecting you to say.
Oh yeah. Look at tits, and more tits.
Nah, because I know what she says, so it kind of.
Elizabeth Olsen defends Scarlet Witch's depraved actions in WandaVision. She actually blames someone else for them too. Promises growth in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. When you enslave an entire town for 3 weeks against their will, the least you can do is ask for a little self-reflection.
And an apology, but that's just me.
With the latest release of Marvel's longest-running superhero soap opera just days away from theaters, Doctor Strange, many are questioning whether the film will address the villainous actions of one Scarlet Witch. So, let's see. Where does she say it? On the red carpet for the Hollywood premiere of Disney's Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, Olsen was asked to defend her character's actions heading into the film, and she responded by stating she will take accountability for herself. She says, I remember people saying at the end of WandaVision, she had no accountability.
She did.
She's going to take accountability for herself. She's going to isolate. She's going to think about it, and she's going to grow.
That's what I really like my, serial killers or like my mass murderers. I want them to escape justice. All right. Don't even apologize. Nah. I want you to go seclude yourself in some who gives a shit area of the planet by yourself and learn to. Yeah. That's what I want you to do.
Go to your room and think about what you've done.
Yeah, like a small child. You grown-ass woman. I want you to be treated like a small child, but I want you to parent yourself. I don't want anyone else to, hold you accountable.
But she's not just doing that, ladies and gentlemen. She is pointing her finger at Doctor Strange and blaming him. In the trailer for the movie, there is a scene where Wanda questions Strange by stating that when he breaks the rules, he gets to be the hero. But when she does it, she becomes the villain. Also defended Wanda's character by pointing the finger at the mistakes Doctor Strange has made up to this point.
What aboutism? My favorite.
She says, that is how she feels. He totally screwed up in Avengers Infinity War.
Where?
He screwed up with Thanos.
How? Tell me
Olsen
how.
remarked.
Tell
The
me
scene
how.
she is referring to is where Strange surrenders the Time Stone to Thanos, allowing him to complete his gauntlet and kill Vision. Strange told Tony Stark in the movie that he looked through millions of future outcomes and that surrendering to Thanos was the only way to ensure a future victory for the heroes. Last year, Olsen responded to criticism stemming from her character's actions in WandaVision. In an interview with Rolling Stones, Olsen stated she had to get away before the people who have told her to hold her accountable got there. She had to get away before the people who have to hold her accountable got there. And where she went is a place that no one could find her.
Yeah.
Because she knows that she is going to be held accountable. And I think she has a tremendous amount of guilt.
Thank you, Ironcaster, by the way. Big facts. Big, cold, hard
People
facts.
don't beg for death when Strange does it.
Yeah, weird, isn't that? No, but it's the same thing. Don't worry, Ironcaster, though. It's the same. They did the same thing, but for some reason, I guess because she has a badge, she gets people begging her to die if she can't control herself anymore. But meanwhile, Strange gets celebrated as being a hero for saving the universe.
Big thank you. Big thank you to Ironcaster for that $2 super chat. You guys keep the fires burning bright here in Valhalla, and we're going to throw you $1, Ironcaster. Skull!
A dollar? I've never seen a dollar. Nobody's got a dollar. Let us see the dollar. There it is. It's beautiful. Take your hat off, boy. That's a dollar bill.
Arwen Avalon says, of course, because that's what one should do to atone for their own bullshittery. Point the finger at someone else. That is the way it is. And welcome, Pops.
Oh my God.
Pops, welcome to Loki's army. Thank you so very much. Let me highlight that. Give me just a second, brother. Let me highlight that. Thank you for joining Loki's army. You guys are the ones who keep the fires burning bright here in Valhalla and keep us going week after week. Thank you for joining the membership, brother. And this one is just for you. We're sending out the Viking horde to greet you. Skull! Good morning, Jedi Bill. Good morning, everybody. Everybody rolling in late.
I'm so
Good morning.
mad. Oh my God, you have something for
it's
cat
a
chow.
Purina cat chow. Okay, so Olsen was presented a number of tweets while on the red carpet of what people think of her and Scarlet Witch. One of them read, "That's
like
Mother
her,
right
but-
there, and if she kills everyone, then she had a reason to do it. Wanda can be the villain all she wants as long as she's having fun."
Okay. Hey, Loki, you can be the villain all you want. You can enslave all of Midgard as long as you're enjoying yourself. That's fine.
I really love being called someone's mom, like that's a thing I don't know about, but I'm called it a lot. I don't know at what point this started happening. I would love someone to teach me the evolution of that phrase. It's amazing and it's hilarious, and at least it's funny. It's funny stuff.
She could be the mother hen. I wouldn't actually have a problem with that. She's actually like the only other woman that's really existed besides Scarlet, Black Widow.
Now, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. There's already copies of it out there.
We're totally not about to watch that. We're gonna watch it totally legally.
Larry with a 14-month Warrior Midgard member message says, want to see those Playmate Star Trek items you got? I've got 2 of them put together. I got the Excelsior Enterprise B, and I got the Enterprise D put together and on the stands. So I will be doing pictures. I just want to get them all put together so I can do it all at the same time. So yes, those are coming. Those are coming. I might even do a whole show about how Playmates. I might do like a 10-minute video. I don't know, but those are coming. Those are coming because I am taking them out of the boxes. I did not buy them to keep them in the boxes and resell them. I bought them because I wanted them.
Pew pew.
Pretty much you're guaranteed.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Pretty much you are guaranteed. If I buy something like that, I'm going to open it and I'm going to play with it. So,
unless it's, it would have to be something ridiculous in order to not take it
I bought
out.
a $600 transformer and opened it and played with it and broke one of them.
Yeah.
So I actually bought two of those, ladies and gentlemen. I bought the King Volcanus Dinobot combiner. That was $600. I bought the Superion combiner. That was $600. These are the big ones that are like 2 feet tall. And I opened up on both. Now, the Superion is fine. I literally broke Grimlock's leg trying to
his tail.
Trying to transform. His tail. It's part of his tail. So
it's
I literally
transformed. It's just,
I broke part of his tail trying to transform him.
He's
in a dino mode. So he's broke. I got to get a new one. But the other pieces of that, the other combiners are fine. So eventually I'm going to spend the $120 and get another Grimlock. And I'll turn him into Volcanus and make a giant combiner out of him like I did with Superion. But until then, he's just sitting there. So
it's okay. He's in timeout. Grimlock.
But when I buy stuff like that, when I get stuff like that, I will not let it sit there and sit in a box.
Well, it's like you should either open it and have it on display, break it or anything. So
and yes, Comic Relief Crusader knows exactly what it was. Yes, that is the Zeta Superion.
Yeah, it's like these little plastic pieces. Basically, if you try to transform it, which is, I know, shocking that you want to transform a transformer, and it's very easy to break them because they're very fragile.
A lot of the pieces on Superion will just pop off and you can pop them right back in.
Yeah,
that's one of the things I love about the Zeta Superion is that like a wing will pop off and you just pop it back on. It's not like a permanent break. A piece will pop off, but you can put it right back on. The biggest bad thing about the Zeta Superion are the fingers. Not the fingers on Superion, but the fingers on the actual aerial bots. If those pop off, those are like microscopic, and you literally got to get like a pair of tweezers or something to get it to pop back into place. Oh, and if you lose it, if you lose a finger with it on the carpet, good luck finding that piece. Anyway, we didn't get on to talk about third-party Transformers this morning. We got on to talk about Wanda and I want to move on here because we're going to talk more about Wanda. We're going to talk more about Wanda once everybody sees Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. We're going to talk more about Wanda. I don't know. Whenever, because I'm not going to review the movie. I just want to talk about the character. I'm not going to review any Disney products. And I'm sorry, but this is part of Disney. So,
that is right.
We'll talk about this and we'll talk about the MCU.
Dare you stand by your values.
Let's talk about Loki for a minute. You didn't watch Loki.
I watched enough of it. And I know that I can't watch the whole show because I'll Hulk out.
One of the things about WandaVision was it was kind of a bait and switch. About halfway through the season, the show changed.
It went shit.
Now, they said that was about COVID. And yeah, I said COVID because I'm not saying coop anymore. COVID.
It's 2022. Come on now.
So COVID shut down production of WandaVision halfway through. And a lot of stuff got blamed on that. And I could see that. I could see that. But Loki was a complete bait and switch. Loki wasn't about Loki. Loki was about Femme Loki.
It was about the Enchantress called Sylvie.
It was about the Enchantress being Loki, being raised as Loki. And guys, she was the best Loki.
Fuck off.
She and they really freaking want you to believe this. There are no Lokis like this Loki. The Loki that we got, the Tom Hiddleston Loki that we got, they're a dime a dozen. There are a bunch of them.
Yeah, and they definitely can't transform into women because
they're all exactly the same. Now, Sylvie Loki, she was different and much more powerful and all the better because she was a woman.
Whoa. Big
This completely just, I was just like, why have you cut Tom Hiddleston's whoop off? Yeah, Gator Loki was cool. And old Loki, I thought old Loki getting, I thought that was at least done halfway decently. I like the outfit. I like the old outfits.
The classic.
So the classic stuff I like. And then it just fell apart in the end. Now this is what happened to Loki. Power of the Vajayjay. Yes, Arwen Avalon. Power of the Vajayjay. Disrespectful to both Lady Loki. Yeah.
Oh, we saw we saw actually.
And she looked just like the Doctor in Doctor Who. She looked just like Jodie.
What is up with these? Who is this writer that keeps infiltrating these fucking Karen soccer moms that keep coming through? It's like, okay, I get it. You wanted your fanfic to become real, but it should have stayed in the fanfic era because you're not gonna. It's so dumb.
Moni G gets it. Alligator Loki was a cut above. That's right.
Yeah.
Loved classic Loki too. That's right. But the main characters in this story was Karen Loki and neutered Loki.
Yeah. You had balls off. Loki.
Mark's gonna be fat Loki for Valhalla Con. You got to get the horns. Bring the horns, brother.
Yeah. Just pop those puppies on there. You'll be good. It's fine. But God, I can't. I literally could not sit down and watch that show in its entirety because Loki is my favorite character in the MCU, and I could not, for the life of me, I didn't have it in me. I didn't have the strength. I could watch Batwoman. I could watch Game of Thrones. I could watch a whole bunch of shit. But dear God, I could not sit there and watch my favorite MCU character on over the course of several episodes completely have his character destroyed because it just.
And Dave Bob hits it out of the park here. Dave Bob absolutely hits it out of the park, and this is one of the problems. Have you noticed all of the women in every series and movies teach themselves to be the bestest ever? No help, no training, no nothing.
Yeah, I've never needed help or training or anything. I definitely haven't had to learn things because I'm a woman and
self-taught, no lessons, Dad.
I'm fine. Like I can do this. It's part of it's one of those things with being a woman. You can just tap into the Google that is in your brain, and you have this ability to know everything. If you so desire.
Chris Persia makes an excellent point. Jodie is the template. Don't forget Doctor, and Mackie in the Halo series.
Ugh.
That's right.
Good God. I can't talk about the Halo series either. That's one of those no.
Got to figure out how to make the horns and have them survive the flight to Dallas. But you know what you do, Mark? Make the horns, ship them to me, and I'll bring them to Dallas.
Hell yeah.
And meet you there with them.
I might steal them.
That way you don't have to get them on the plane. We women are born with infinite knowledge. Yeah. Who knew?
You didn't know that, Arwen? All those times you were Googling things at Urban Dictionary, you could have just tapped into that.
Mexican Iron Man with $4.99 super chat says, the best Loki would have been Mexican Loki, who is a Latino half-brother to the real Loki, and Mexican Loki does mischief in the kitchen dishwashing department.
I gotta say, Mike, You know,
if you rub a plate and say Mexican Loki 3 times,
no,
he
you rub
will
a
appear.
taco. If you rub a taco like a genie lamp, you got
Oh, I was thinking about washing a plate since he's in the dishwashing department.
Or he could rub a burrito, but I feel like that's that implies something else is happening.
No
so.
Latinx Loki? No, absolutely fucking not. Yeah,
sorry, what is this
you
made
had
up
me
word
you had
you're
me
throwing
throw
at
an
me?
F-bomb. You had me throw an F-bomb out.
Look at this. Now it's not just Eris that has a mouth.
So I didn't have 5 F-bombs in the matter of 2 minutes.
Well, I was explaining how I learned about the word fuck.
Anyway, Latin Loki has the horns around his sombrero. That's right. That's right. Damn straight. So you've got Wanda coming into Doctor Strange. You've got the Loki series. The most recent egregious error has been Moon Knight.
I forgot about Moon Knight. Holy shit.
From my understanding, because I didn't fucking watch it because I was like, no, I know what's gonna happen.
It looked
was
good.
a huge bait and switch. Another bait and switch. Hawkeye, bait and switch. Loki, bait and switch. Moon Knight, bait and switch. Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Shit from the beginning, honestly.
Shit within the first 15 minutes. So you've got Falcon and Winter Soldier. You've got Loki. You've got Moon Knight. You've got Hawkeye. All these bait and switches going on. All of these, come and look at these wonderful characters you know and love, but then it's not about these wonderful characters. And people wonder why I'm warning them about Obi-Wan. People are wondering why I'm telling them, and put this down in the record books, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm calling it that a POC Sith Inquisitor is going to stand against Darth Vader to save Obi-Wan Kenobi. So the reason that Luke is able to be trained and taught how to be a Jedi, the reason why there is hope is a black POC former Sith Inquisitor that turns on her master and goes back to being good.
Fuck it, I'm Team Darth Vader.
So just wait. I'm calling it now. I'm making my call. I'm calling the dice as we roll them out. That's exactly what's going to happen.
Darth Vader would have murdered her ass, okay? We've actually seen it done before in the comic books.
Well, you've seen it in the games, too, because that actually happens in one of the Sith Inquisitor turns on him and has feelings for, what's his name in the last Star Wars EA game that I can't even remember the name of.
Well, it's EA. It's not real.
So, well, it's actually a good game. It was released by EA, but it wasn't made by EA. So it was just brought to you by EA, but Fallen Order. Thank you, Mark. It was Fallen Order, which actually wasn't a bad game. I liked it. But in the end, he kills one of his own Sith Inquisitors because she's making goo goo gaga with the Jedi. So
yeah, bye. Yeah, and one of my all-time.
And you don't expect that. That's one of the best parts of the game.
Yeah,
is the very end, because you think that you have a fight with her, and it's one of those come back to the light side, come back and be a Jedi, and they're talking back and forth, and suddenly this red lightsaber blade goes through her chest, and you hear,
"Oh yeah, Vader!"
and you see his face come into view on the screen, and just kind of throws her off, and you're like, "Holy shit!"
Thank you, Vader, for cleaning up your garbage. You see, Vader does what MCU needs to do: clean up your damn garbage. Okay. Vader's out there just like, you know what? You're going to betray me. You're going to do some bullshit. Oh, I'm going to stab you with this here lightsaber. And bye-bye. I don't have time.
And this is it right here. What Adega Outlaw is talking about right here, ladies and gentlemen. So with all these bait and switches going on, why would we expect anything to change? As long as the same clowns are still at the helm, logic dictates without fundamental change, the same results would follow.
Of course. Yeah, that's what, I don't expect anything different. And probably much like the Loki show, I'm not going to sit here and watch my favorite character get absolute shit on. Because I don't want to see if Vader and her end up having a fight, I'll call it too. She's going to win. There you go. If she and Vader end up having a fight, she is going to win.
I think if she does what she sets out to do, which is give Obi-Wan time to get out, if you call that winning, I agree. She's going to win in the sense that she gives Obi-Wan enough time. I think at the end of the day, he'll take her out, but I think she will at one point kind of have him over a barrel, and then the tables will get turned somehow. Yeah, because that in a way that happens. See, if you go back and you read the like the introduction to Darth Vader in the EU, there's a really good book all about Darth Vader kind of like coming out of episode 3.
His coming out party? Oh my god.
And he's very like, he's not who he used to be. There's this am I Anakin or am I this new thing? And he has a fight with a Jedi who's not even that powerful. He couldn't even come close. This Jedi couldn't even come close to Obi-Wan Kenobi power. Right. And he's going to lose until he realizes.
Oh yeah, he has to change his fighting style, right?
Well, it's not just his fighting style. He realizes that my greatest weapon is the Force. And he literally starts launching trees, unrooting trees out of the ground and launching them at this guy. And he basically overwhelms him eventually and kills him.
Hells yeah, throw those trees. Fuck it.
Because he realizes I don't have to fight people in a duel like I used to. I'm not the lightsaber master I used to be, but I am still all powerful with the Force. So he uses the Force in really unique ways. And to me, that harkened back to Empire. That harkened back to his fight with Luke when Luke's like, come on, I'm going to fight you. And Vader just puts his lightsaber down and starts throwing stuff at Luke because Luke can't stop it. He's not a Jedi.
Yeah, he hasn't really fully mastered the whole Force. And it's like, that's one of the greatest things about having the Force power shit. As simple as it was, like the telekinesis, kind of the Force push, pull, whatever, that you can use a lot of different shit with that. You can throw shit, you can pull people to you, you can push yourself off the ground, which I believe is kind of what Yoda did in his fighting style.
And considering that Disney has a track record of cherry picking things from the EU, I really think at some point this is what we're going to get. The Jedi that happened to go to Kashyyyk did so because of the Wookiees. He felt bad for the Wookiees, and he happened to run into Darth Vader, and Darth Vader took him down. But he almost took Darth Vader down because Vader is not the lightsaber combatant that he used to be before all the body change, before all the electronics got put in, before the fake arms. So anyway, we're going to see, but that is my call. That is the call I'm making on 5/5/2022 at 8:30 a.m. Loki said that the POC Inquisitor will turn on Vader and fight Vader so that Obi-Wan can go teach Luke. And it's all because of her that Obi-Wan teaches Luke and everyone in the galaxy saved. Where have we heard that story before, ladies and
gentlemen? Doctor Who, for one.
We've heard that everywhere. Really, it wasn't. Rogue One did it too. Really, it wasn't Luke wasn't Rogue One after the Death Star battle. This chick was Rogue One. This unit was Rogue One.
Yeah, a woman has to be the reason why the men succeed. Yeah,
the rogues were created. Fine. The rogues were created because of the Death Star battle, not because of something that happened before that. Kyle Katarn is the one who stole the plans to the Death Star and gave them to Mon Mothma, not Jyn Erso. So as much as people give that movie some leeway, it's not what happened. Sorry.
Well, I just give it leeway because of the Vader scene at the end. Let's be honest. That's the only reason.
Okay, so let's talk about this really quick before we continue our Marvel talk. Uncle Owen telling Obi-Wan Kenobi,
my God,
you're gonna leave Luke alone, but the boy must be trained like you trained his father. And that look on Obi-Wan, like shit.
God,
He
so
got me on that
fucking
one.
funny.
He got me on that one.
Just throw yourself off, Obi-Wan. You're done. That was an instant death roast, and it's so much funnier because as you were explaining to me, Uncle Owen thinks that Anakin's dead.
As far as I know,
Darth Vader.
And I only have the EU to go by. As far as I know, going into this, unless Obi-Wan has seen Vader in some way, Obi-Wan doesn't know that Vader's out there. Obi-Wan has no idea that Anakin's still alive and in a suit. That's something that he's going to find out in this. And I guarantee you, they're not going to ruin that. In the EU, Obi-Wan walked into a mechanic shop and was buying parts for stuff for his little farm when a Imperial broadcast came up and they were talking about a parade on Coruscant with the Dark Lord of the Sith, Darth Vader. And that is when Obi-Wan is like, oh my God, he's alive.
For some reason,
Anakin's alive. He's part machine now. That's when Obi-Wan finds out.
Yeah, for some reason, Anakin was always saying, I like the name Vader. If I was a Sith Lord, I'd probably choose Vader.
But Obi-Wan and Yoda hear that when you will henceforth be known as Darth Vader. I hope I did that. I hope I did that in a convincing enough voice.
Yeah, that was good.
Darth Vader.
Do it.
So, he doesn't know that Anakin survived until that moment. He has no idea that Anakin survived. How he's gonna find out in this, I don't know. But
the woman will tell him.
That is anything to go by, what Obi-Wan knows is he failed his brother. I have failed you, Anakin.
Yeah.
I have failed you.
Yeah.
Only Sith deals in absolutes. So,
yeah.
in my point of view, the Jedi are evil. Yeah, but so is sand in your point of view. I wish he would have said that.
God, that would have been funny. I wonder if there's a blooper reel.
It's coarse and rough, and it gets everywhere.
So edgy. Bleh.
So all Obi-Wan knows is Anakin turned to the dark side and is dead. So all Owen should know is that he's dead. Anakin's dead. Unless that is some point after and Obi-Wan actually talks to him, then yeah. And Skull and Tuck and Roll, Snowdub, how are you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Obi Woke will get his butt kicked by the new strong female lead. That's what we were just talking about. And she will be the one that takes on Darth Vader and gives Obi-Wan enough time to escape. He can run like a pussy and escape. That way he can train Luke.
Yeah.
And because of POC Sith women, Obi-Wan will get the chance. And if it wasn't for her, Obi-Wan would have been killed and never met Luke. So we have her to thank all along. It was a strong POC woman. That's the reason why Obi-Wan was able to meet Luke. That's always been that way from the very beginning. POC Sith Inquisitor turning back to the good side is why we get Obi-Wan meeting Luke. So thank you, Snowdub.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
And Shellback, TJC, thank you so very much. Shellback becomes a warrior of Midgar. Thank you so very much, my friend. You guys keep the fires burning bright, and we're going to send out the Viking horde to meet you. Skull! Mark Damling Tired says the Grand Inquisitor looks like garbage as well. It absolutely does. It absolutely does. So getting back to Marvel, since we talked a little bit about Obi-Wan, getting back to Marvel, we've seen the same thing, the same bait and switch. The same bait and switch I honestly believe will happen with Star Wars. I could be wrong. And if Loki's wrong, I'll be more than happy to eat my hat. Valiant Renegade ate a bag of dicks, so the least I can do is eat my hat if I'm wrong. But I don't think I'm going to be wrong. I've been right about every single series that's come out. I've called it bait and switch. This is what Disney's doing. Once Disney gets into this cycle of we're going to do the same thing over and over and over again, this is what they do. Because these storyboards, these story groups where they're all scissoring together, because they're hens,
And clucking,
they're
scissoring
clucking,
and
scissoring and clucking. It's all the same, and it always ends up the same. And it's because these people don't have any other ideas. They think they're witty. They really do. They think they're witty. They think that by rubbing their tacos together, they are a cut above the rest. Yeah, Valiant Renegade ate a whole bag of gummy dicks.
And he liked it. Yeah.
He thought they were tasty.
Take that as
WandaVision, the movie.
Oh yeah, no, it's weird. You notice this not just with any like Disney property, but you notice this just in general. If you have a male character, and it's specifically male characters, that are the title for the show, right? So you got like your Picard, you got your Doctor Strange movie, and you got your every Loki has a show. It's like these male characters that are supposed. Oh, Boba Fett, there you go. And they become the back seat of the show. They are named. The show is literally named after this character, and for some reason, they're like, that was good enough. We put his name on the show title screen, and we're just gonna throw him into being a minor character. And it's weird. It's weird. That's a recent phenomenon. I haven't ever seen that before. Cause like if I'm watching the Justice League and all of a sudden the fucking like Teen Titans are the stars of the show, I'm gonna be wondering, why did you name it Justice League? Why didn't you just name it the Teen Titans? That doesn't make any sense to me. Whatever the name of your IP should be, the one of the most important things you decide to do. It should be, hey, this is what this is about, right? Hey, in Stargate, guess what? It's about Stargates.
Well, do you know why?
Why?
You know why? Because they are not. Thor movie will be successful. So they have to piggyback their idea
of course.
off of another IP. That is the only way they can get approval.
Yeah.
You see, they got shot down to do a Lady Thor movie. So they have to hijack a Thor movie to do the Lady Thor movie.
That's the Mighty
That's
Thor.
the only way. Well, whatever. That's the only way they're going to get that approved, is to carry it in on Thor's shoulders.
Yeah. And you know what that tells me? Because a lot of the times it's a bait and switch about like a woman. So a woman becomes the main character.
Yes, Magitech Mags. They grift their crap characters through the popular ones.
Yeah, because they know it's not going to succeed. And my question is, okay, if you know this thing ain't going to succeed without the, you're kind of asking you're asking this main character to atlas his way into holding the show up for you so that you can walk around freely. Why don't you just write something good involving the character you actually want to make the show about? That's just me though. I would write something good before I would grift a beloved character and do it completely incorrectly. Yes, by the way, Stargate is one of the greatest shows of all time. I finished the SG-1 and now I'm watching Atlantis and fuck Weird. There we go. That's my opinion.
Darlena, good morning. How are you? It is good to see you. Mansquatch says, Loki, these woke writers don't know how to write women. It's like they have this ideal of a woman, but have no real world experience with real women. I absolutely positively agree.
Too.
And they think that by, they need to be damaged. Oh my God, they need to have this big damage. And I know we could make it to where her father really damaged her. And it's all about daddy. But she's this strong, important woman that no one can challenge because she's strong. And we're going to call her king. We're not going to call her queen because that's totally a feminine thing. We're going to call her king because she needs to take on a guy's mental role because reasons.
You couldn't just have I don't know.
Cluck, 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 rub taco.
Cluck, cluck, rub taco.
Since the multiverse now exists, all these shows and movies can be retconned. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All of this, this entire phase needs to go down the fucking toilet. They're like, oh my God, we're working on the next 10 years, guys. Oh, what the hell have you been doing since Endgame?
Let's see. They've released WandaVision.
No. I'm talking about Feige. I'm talking about Feige and the fucking dunderheads that are supposed to have been planning out the next 10 years since Endgame, but they've done shit. Apparently. They're like, well, we're just starting now. We're just going to start looking at the MCU now. We're going to start planning 10 years of the MCU now instead of after Endgame.
Okay.
Guess what? No.
The wave crashed and you're now dealing with, so I don't know what you want. You waited too long. It's like
you screwed up.
Cameron trying to come out with that 13 Avatar sequels.
Someone said the other day, they said superhero movies aren't going anywhere. I disagree. I absolutely positively disagree. I think we have hit the peak. I think Endgame was the peak. Everything's on the way down now. The wave is crashing. I think that Disney and Marvel are going to throw millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars into this next phase. And then it's not going to save it. It's still going to crash.
Yeah, no, in fact, I already think it crashed. I think if you talk to a normie about the MCU, they're trying to introduce all these really complicated concepts. Like the multiverse of madness is if you don't understand multiverse theory, you don't understand what that means. Oh my God, someone's typing. Oh my goodness. Then it's going to be really hard for you to keep up. And God, it took a whole bunch of comic books, a whole line, a whole series to really grasp what this meant multiverse wise. And that's in the DC and that's also in Marvel. And they think, we're going to do this in a 2.5 hour movie. No, I don't really think so. I don't think that's actually what's going to happen.
Soul Assassin says Feige didn't do anything but take over a franchise that others started. He didn't start the MCU. Yeah, no, absolutely not. Jon Favreau started the MCU. He started it with Iron Man. Yeah, he continued it. He played Happy. For those of you who don't know, Jon Favreau played Happy, but he's also the one who started this. He was directing. He was kind of shaping everything. He was bringing everything together. Yeah. And
back when he was good.
Yeah.
Back when he was actually good at his job. And I don't know what happened to Iron Man, Feige, but did I say Feige? Favreau. Fuck. What a
Dega Outlaw says, am I the only one that notices the more that these people push for woman supremacy, the characters lose their femininity and become much more villain-like? with narcissistic and anti-human traits. Yes, because that's how they are. That is these scissoring hens that rub tacos and jam clams. That's how they see peak evolution of themselves.
Yeah, sociopathic males. That's
the
how they
above the rest of humanity, and they're taught that. They're taught that in college. When you go through these classes, and basically you have to take environmental science class. I've talked about this before, where you are told your final needs to be on taking out a third of the human population because that's what's good for it.
Hell yeah, Team Thanos. Let's do it.
That's what you're told to write, and you have to write it convincingly. Some of these people get swept up away in that, and they're not doing it just because, well, I've got to get through this class, because if I don't, no, you've got to do it. And you got to do it to get your degree. There is no ifs, ands, or buts.
I had teachers like that.
This is a basic course that you have to pass. So, and you want a good grade, so you do what the fucking teacher tells you to do. Now, whether you get swept up in that and you lose your mind and become one of these SJW zombies, that's one thing. I had to take this class. I had to do this class. I had to write that paper. And originally, I didn't know what the hell to do with it. What the hell do I do with this? And I was told by a very wise old man, you just do it. Do it, son, and get through it. And then you never have to worry about, you don't have to worry about it again. So rubbing tacos, jamming clams, and scissoring these hens, this is their peak evolution.
Oh, no, life. I don't think, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think we've seen their final form yet, because...
What is up, Keith?
Oh, my God.
What is up, Keith? Keith from Pop Culture Minefield. How are you doing, brother? Good morning.
I think the pendulum is starting to swing back, and it was bound to happen because it kind of had to happen. That's just how things work in our society. The pendulum has to start swinging back at some point. You can't gatekeep the pendulum forever because it'll send everything out of balance, and it doesn't work. But they are fighting to keep that thing from swinging back, and I think it is going to get way, way worse before it really starts truly getting better. And
Dean Krantz makes a really good point here. He says, I have to say the reason why these writers can't write a woman is because they cannot write a male either. They do not understand basic heroic concepts. Loyalty, sacrifice, integrity are antithetical. Okay, here's the deal. We were just talking about this, me and Pat Steven yesterday in 24. We're talking to Chuck Dixon, and he said, without a doubt, these socialist commie bastards that write this shit do not understand what a hero is, and they hate heroes. They only want to write anti-heroes because it's all they can understand. They cannot understand the heroic concept. They cannot understand sacrifice. They cannot understand loyalty. They can't understand integrity. So everything has to be an anti-hero. The last thing they want to do is write a Superman book where he is a hero. They try and turn him into a god. They try and put forth these weird ideological conundrums in these books because they can't understand that he is a good guy going out and doing good things.
Oh, good person.
They don't get that. So they got to put him in a position where he's being raped in prison, ladies and gentlemen. They got to put him in a position where he turns on his family and he's an evil man. They've got to make him the alt-right Jesus. And it's absolutely positively mind-boggling how corrupt these people have to make things. They've got to corrupt the things you love. They have to corrupt the ideals you hold because they cannot understand them or define them.
Yes.
And we can. This is their fault, ladies and gentlemen. From beginning to end, this is their fault.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
This is not your fault. You did nothing wrong, but enjoy the entertainment that you loved from the very beginning. The entertainment you supported. The companies you backed because they were making something that truly is timeless. These people do not understand that. These people do not understand what a hero is. These people do not understand how to write a story like that because they do not believe in it in any way, shape, or form.
No.
You can think that, man, maybe one day they're going to come to their senses, and no, because all of these companies have a company full of these people that don't understand what it means to be a good person, what it means to be a hero.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. That is the inherent problem. I want to thank everyone for being here today. Thank Eris of Chaos for taking the time. Yeah, we're out. It's been an hour.
Oh.
We just got to an hour. We just got to an hour.
I was just warming up. What do you mean? What is this?
So thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so very much for being here today. You guys keep the fires of Valhalla burning. Right? Evil cannot make. Only mock. Psychodwarf 9 with perfect out right there. Evil cannot make. Only mock.
Yay.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys so very much. Stay great. Be excellent to each other. Always speak friend to enter. And we will be back later tonight as Adega and I launch back into 7 Kinds of Mischief. Take care, everybody. See you then.
Bye.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.